Hello everybody and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo, where we're continuing from where we left off. Okay, so last time I stopped before some nudity and some sexy time stuff. So I was gonna tell you guys what happened, and I guess I am. I'll do it right now. So freaking we go in here. She trips. We get in some kind of embrace that makes Emmy, I don't know, get naked. So she got naked, and then we find lube on the floor, I guess, because we always find lube in freaking sports places. I don't know what the fuck. So we find lube. She talks about it being for anal sex. They try anal sex and they're not really into it, so yeah, they get back dressed. They whatever. I can't think. So here we are after all that bullshit. Uh, Now be more careful going through the door this time, would you? Bumps are not my friend right now. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. We tried this. I am so sorry we tried this. Amy shrugs and grins. Well, it's worth a shot, right? And anyway, it was a good exercise, right? Can't argue that. As we make our way to the nurse's office, I notice that Emmy keeps shifting uncomfortably in her seat. God, this feels weird. Good thing I'm in a wheelchair, Sal. What's that? Because now I don't have to explain to the nurse why I'm walking funny. Oh, we're never doing this again. The nurse is at least kind enough to not comment on the marks that Emmy left on my shoulder. Nor does he say a word about Emmy's constant shifting about in her wheelchair. Either he didn't notice or he didn't want to notice. All the same, I'm going to have to make sure he didn't slip cyanide into my medication for a little while, just to be safe. I shower for longer than usual just to be sure I'm clean off of our little experiment, and then collapse on my bed. Class is in 20 minutes, so I can probably afford a nap. I'm sleeping and okay, knock knock. Who's there? Knock knock. That's not how that joke goes at all. Knock knock. I already said who's there. More importantly, time is it? Even more importantly, what day? I'm suddenly catapulted into wakefulness by both the fact of the knocking still hasn't stopped and the fact that it's noon on a school day. Now fully awake, I can't remember why I was napping. Better not give that excuse to Matao. Sorry I wasn't in class. I was experimenting sexually with my girlfriend and it tired me out. Yeah, that'll go over well. I wonder how long this knocking is going to continue. Guess I ought to answer the door. I'm strangely unsurprised to see Kenji on the other side, though it appears that Kenji is surprised to see me. What the hell are you doing here, man? Well, I was sleeping. Kenji nods in understanding. Knock that, I see. I told you to be careful around that ibba chick, and this sort of thing that happens when you aren't cautious. He makes an attempt to look at the back of my head. Did she hit you with something? Or was it a drug? Stop trying to touch me. Kenji produces a flashlight and shines it in my eye. You got a concussion? I wasn't knocked out. Maybe you just don't remember. This conversation is going nowhere. No, I just... I feel like my voice was weird right now. No, I just had a tiring morning and fell asleep. Whatever, man. If you want to be in denial about this, I guess I can't stop you. But you gotta watch out for that girl, man. She's not safe. Huh? What? She's not safe to be around. She's one of the most sinister agents. If you're not careful, there's no telling what could happen. She's brought down stronger men than you know. What the hell are you talking about? She's not an agent or anything, and she didn't knock me out, okay? I also highly doubt that she's brought down anyone at all. Kenji looks almost offended. I have no idea why. You don't believe me? That's cold, man. Real cold. Ice cold. Alright, 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 alright. I'm just trying to look out for you. That's what friends do, you know? We're friends? I had no idea. Then again, I wonder if Kenji knows what a friend even entails. I feel something like pity for him, standing there before me. Maybe he does think we're looking out for me, or what? I know. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the warning. I held out my hand as a sign of peace. Kenji shakes it gingerly, like my hand could possibly be on fire. There's an awkward silence for a few seconds before Kenji remembers what he's still shaking my hand. Anyway, I need a favor. What kind of favor? I'm out of money. No, you aren't. You got money kept in your desk drawer under a blank notebook for emergencies. Did you ransack my room? That's not important. I don't need money anyway. He adopts a very serious tone. I'm about to undertake a major operation. I'll blow the whole conspiracy wide open if I'm right. But it's dangerous, so I need you to do something for me in case I don't come back. Sure, man. Anything. What the hell is he planning to do? Should I be telling someone about this? If I go missing, wait 3 days, and then mail my journal off to the newspaper. It's hidden in my room under a false button in one of my desk drawers. How do I get into your room? I don't have a key. Kenji looks at me like I'm crazy. So pick the lock. You know how to do that, right? It's an important skill to learn at a young age. Yeah, of course I know how. I'll be sure to do that for you if you go missing. I don't think I want to read Kenji's journal. Either way, Kenji seems pretty happy that I agreed to do this thing for him. Great, man, great. I'll see you around. I got stuff to do. Excuse me. And he's gone, dashing down the hallway. He made it seem so final. I hope I don't have to carry out his final wishes. Shaking my head, I close my door and walk back to my bed. Guess I should go to class, if only to catch the last half of the day. But I've come this far without going to class today, and I did want to read more on the hawking book Mattel lent me. Sorry about that. I'm sure you'll understand. Knock, knock. This time the noise jerks my attention away from my book. An experience not unlike being woken up. Who is there? Me. Aren't you glad? The voice is muffled through the door, but unmistakably Emmy's. I hop up and open the door, smiling broadly. Hey, nice to see you again. Emmy grins back, staring up at me from her wheelchair. Yeah, you would have seen me earlier, but the damned elevator wasn't working. Had to wait for them to fix it. You'd think they'd keep it up in better order, but no. I chuckle a bit at her vexed expression and invite her in. She wheels in easily, and with my help, she hops onto my bed. There, more comfortable. Much more comfortable than that stupid chair. A sign of contentment hangs in the air, and for a minute, we both just stare at one another. It's at that point I notice the circles under Emmy's eyes. They're not dark. They're not that dark, but they definitely weren't there before. Before I can ask about them, Emmy fixes me with a mischievous stare. So I couldn't help but notice you weren't at lunch today. In fact, I don't think I saw you at all. What happened? Fell asleep. I actually didn't wake up until lunch, and only that because Kenji woke me up. What happened? What had what had you so tired? Strenuous workout this morning. Slightly uncomfortable too. Emmy coughs a half laughing, half embarrassed noise. Remind me not to do that. Again. No problem. It wasn't exactly great for me either, to be honest. We'll just avoid that from now on. Are you, still sore? Emmy stares at me in disbelief. What? It's a legitimate question. A legitimate question. Of all the questions I've never thought I'd be asked, that's one of them. Well, I didn't ever expect to have to ask it. So we're even. Emmy laughs at this. I guess so, huh? Well, since you asked, yes, I'm still a little sore. We'll never do that again. We're never doing that again. No argument from here. A yawn escapes her, and I raise an eyebrow. Tired? Emmy nods sleepily. Haven't slept well? Oh, she says that. Haven't slept well. Not sleeping well. I can tell that she didn't mean to tell me this, tell me this either, because she gives a little start like she's just been caught lying and hastens to add. It's not a big deal, though. What's the trouble? Emmy shrugs and refuses to elaborate. Elaborate, woman. Stressed over exams? Another shrug, but after a pause, Emmy nods hastily. Yeah, I guess. Actually, that's why I stopped by. She begins to look more and more miserable. Misery fucking loves me. What? Not so that, what? Not so you'd notice, of course, but her eyes are on her lap. She's fidgeting, and her voice is quiet. We need to stop hanging out so much. Huh? ¿Por qué? Mi amor. Emmy takes a deep breath, like she's been practicing this. Because you're too much fun to be around, and I can't concentrate when you're here, when you're near me. With exams coming up soon, I just can't have that distraction. Otherwise, my grades will be pretty lousy, I'm afraid. I could help you study. She smiles at me, clearly unhappy with the situation. Clearly, what? I'd love it if you could, but we wouldn't actually study, would we? I mean, even now I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but I just kind of want to, not converse. Ooh. Ooh. Overwhelmed by my rugged manliness, I understand. That earns me a grin at least. Emmy shakes her head. Idiot, you're full of yourself. Well, I am pretty irresistible. More or less, I guess. Oh, that's cold, Emmy, that's cold. So that's the situation, Sal. I have too much fun around you, and if I'm going to go into exams prepared, I need to be alone. That's okay, I guess. It really seems to have been bothering her. Besides, it's only a couple of weeks and we'll still see each other in the mornings and at lunch. We could just hang out at school, no problem. And after exams, we'll go on a date to celebrate their being over, okay? Amy grins, pleased by my proposal. Yeah, sure, that sounds great. As if to signal the end of the conversation, she leans in and kisses me. How does she lean in? She's on the bed. Am I on the bed too? The rest of the night is not spent worrying about exams. La, la, la. Okay, so I think this is a good place to start. So next time we'll continue with this. Okay? Later.